plutôt content d'être ici. Juste mettre un petit, how do you call smile in French? Sweet. Okay, thank you so much. And please extend that same smile to the person close to you and tell them, welcome to Realities Forum Talk Show. Sorry, thank you so much for coming. My name is Mr. Chuks Omoji, and I'm so honored and privileged to be one of your hosts at this event. I'm so happy to have everyone here. The essence of Realities Forum Talk Show is that it's a platform that was created with the intention to create discussions and dialogues on issues that border around discovery of self, discovery of purpose, and personal development. So, if I try that in French, je peux dire que c'est une plateforme qu'on a créée pour organiser des dialogues sur les sujets de découverte de soi, découverte de but et le développement personnel. I'm going to speak okay. And it's amazing what this will do to every individual here. What is the importance of developing yourself? And how does it affect you as a person, your family, the society, and the world around you? I will tell you this story. When you as a person decide to develop your own self, you have helped the world by 90% to become a better place. How does it affect the world? Your family will change first, which is the smallest unit. And when your family is changing, it will now affect the society. Let's make it practical. What if in your family presently you have 7 persons and these 7 people start developing themselves? They start developing themselves. These 7 people in one family. Let's look at the second family with 7 people too. The third family with another 7. And maybe 1,000 families in Togo, for instance. Everyone taking it upon themselves to develop their mindset, their manner of speech, their actions, and everything about their life. It affects even the nation. The rate of corruption will reduce. The rate of joblessness will reduce. The rate of unseriousness among youths will reduce. Everything that we think has been going wrong in this world only comes from people, not things. Nothing gets spoiled by itself. People get things spoiled. Did you get that? Nothing gets spoiled by itself. People get things spoiled. No nation can develop itself. People develop the nation. No family can develop itself. People in the family develop the family. And if you want the best of families, you just do your best to become the best. If you become the best, I become the best, the world will be the best place to be. On this juncture, we want to do a little mind teaser as we launch into the talk show proper. There is a news that have been going on in town. But just please, you will help me receive Mary Chantal as she joins me. So we'll do this together. So I will speak about Hakimi. Okay, I'm coming. So we all know about a story that's trending online about this a certain footballer called Hakimi. Okay, so we want to use that scenario to try to stir ourselves up for the talk show. Hakimi happens to be a footballer, and at a certain time the wife decides to divorce him. Now it's time to share the property, and the court discovers and lets the woman know that the man is by law poor. He has no money. Everything you think Hakimi has been named after his mother, right? And they say the man is poor and he doesn't have anything to share with you. On the other hand, at the course of the story, we discover now that Hakimi's wife is around $3 million rich, if I'm not mistaken, and now it's about time for her to now share her own 50%. So there must be sharing as long as divorce has been talked about. So we want to ask, what is your take on this issue? Do you think it's proper for a man to hand over all his belongings to his mother or his parents per se? Or what is your take? Is it also good on the other hand? What do you think about this whole scenario of Hakimi? Please, can you tell them, friends, so we can have...
Ok, nous parlons tout à l'heure de Hakimi, le footballeur marocain. Vous le connaissez, n'est-ce pas? Ok, actuellement, il est dans le processus de divorce avec sa femme. Maintenant, il se fait qu'il a légué toute sa fortune à sa mère. Alors que pour que le divorce soit validé, il doit partager en deux, c'est-à-dire prendre 50% et donner 50% à sa femme. Voilà que le monsieur, il a tout donné à sa mère. Que pensez-vous de cette histoire? Est-ce que quelqu'un veut donner son avis?
Okay, so the floor is open for everybody. Let's discuss. That is what this program is all about. What is your take on this issue? It has been trending online, but let's see if we can learn one or two things from that scenario, please. The floor is open. You have to say something here? Okay, hand the mic.
Okay, good evening. It depends on the kind of parents you have. Not like my mom. The 10,000 I sent for my mom to keep for me, I can't find it. So it depends on the kind of parents you have and the kind of woman, the partner that you have. Before Hakimi started his plan, I think he has already seen the future. He has already seen the woman that is coming in and the kind of lifestyle that she has. That's why he did everything that he did. Because if it's for me, I'll use my name. I can't trust my mom. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinion.
Quelqu'un aimerait donner son avis en français? Allez-y.
Okay. Okay, we'll take one French and then before we'll come back to another English-speaking person. Yes, please. The floor is open. Someone in French.
Nous aimerions avoir l'avis de quelqu'un en français sur l'histoire de Hakimi. Il y a personne?
Feel free. At this point, you have to open yourself. We are using this to open ourselves. What do you think about it? And that's what we are here to do. It's an interaction. Don't be quiet. En français, s'il vous plaît, si vous avez quelque chose à dire. Ah, d'accord.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Mon nom c'est Thérèse. En fait, moi je ne suis pas encore mariée, mais par rapport à ce que le gars avait fait, je trouve ça un peu méchant de sa part. Parce que, bon, ils ne sont pas mariés aujourd'hui, c'est pareil, demain ils ont passé du temps ensemble. Donc faire ça, et dans le dos de sa femme, c'est être un peu méchant, quoi. C'est comme il n'a jamais aimé sa femme. C'est ce que moi je trouve. C'est pas bien pour ma part.
Wow.
Merci.
D'accord, merci.
So she is saying that on her part, she doesn't find it very fair for the man to just neglect the wife. It's total neglect, and as long as marriage is concerned to her, that this shouldn't have even been in the picture. So, any other person in English to say something? Okay, that's good. Yes.
I think he did the right thing in the sense that he was very young. If I was right, he was around 18 years old or 19, and the woman in question is around 30. So maybe the mother would have said that since he's too young to make a decision, it would be the proper way for her to protect him. That's why it's like that.
Wow, okay. He was too young, and maybe the was not in the best position to take decisions. Okay, before we go to English persons, any French person? Vous avez d'autres choses à dire en français, s'il vous plaît? Vous avez quelque chose? Ok. En français, alors. Oui.
Ok, moi j'ai une question en fait. Est-ce qu'on peut modifier les papiers par rapport au fait qu'on a légué les biens? Est-ce qu'il y a moyen de modifier les papiers? C'est une question. On peut modifier. Comme on a mis les choses au nom de son sa mère, ça ne peut pas modifier.
It's asking if it's possible to have changes on the legal papers.
On the legal papers?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not a lawyer, I'm saying. You know? Okay. You want to say something about that? Okay, let's hear from you before we come to our brother. Okay.
Well, it's a paradox here, because I think whatever decision one take, the constitution of the country supersedes the ground law. One cannot just take a decision that will be detrimental to the family members. And if you have willed out property to the mother, perhaps before marriage, which means there is a conspiracy before the marriage. There is advanced preparation to divorce sometime along the line, so that the whole property goes back to his family. And again, I don't understand where the children comes in this situation. And if I don't know the interpretation the judiciary will give it, if it goes to court, I don't know. But if that stands, if the judiciary is okay by it, then whatever belongs to the wife, it will be unjust if somebody will say bring it to table and share the game with the husband. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Unjust, but not unjust when the man shares the money. Okay, let's give it to
okay. Concerning this issue of happiness, I believe to wise people, when an event or something happened to people before, they tend to learn from it. This issue of divorce and the Western Constitution, when it comes to marriage, it's not similar to what we have here in Africa. And most Rwandans have gone bankrupt just because of divorce. They're not at fault. Most of the time it's not because they cheated or what have you, just that the spouses ran out of love. And when they go out of love, they file for divorce. People might want to ask that what were they thinking? Did they read the content before signing those papers? Yes, they're in love. They feel that's for the long run. The kids too involved. But when women, they are selfish in nature. So they might stop. Naturally, they are looking for careful self. When they are in love, the man enjoys it. When they are not in love, the man suffers it. So in most cases, it's not necessarily about what the man feels. Now, Hakimi in this context was not entirely poor. His salary, 1 million euros every week, he removes 80% and sends it to the trust of the mom. So he has 20% in which he used to run his family. His family are not poor. The wife is an actress in Spain that earns a living too. And when you see presidents, Emmanuel Deboe, West Brom of Manchester United, all these people have filed bankruptcy just shortly after their divorce. So if he sees this thing happening before, and when you look at the spouses, they are all whites. So if this happens to this person before, I wouldn't want it to happen to me. Not that I don't love my wife, nor my kids, but I'm just looking out for the betterment of everyone in the world.
Nous souhaiterons avoir encore quelqu'un en français rapidement sur le sujet. Ok.
En français.
Quelqu'un en français. Oh, ok. Oh, il n'y a personne?
Okay, there's someone that has been raising his hand. Before his hand will break his hand. Give him the opportunity, please.
Hello. Let's call a spade a spade. To me, personally, I would say, looking at it directly, it's not nice. A man is a man and should be a man. Mandate is a responsibility. There is no way you are earning money and your mother is holding the money. You're no longer a child. You have to be able to control your family. But another way around, me, from the picture, from the story, I don't really, people are talking about him, launching his money to his mother. Yeah, that's the angle people are going. But there is a lesson to learn from there. The ability for him to avert a danger that was actually coming to him should be the lesson we should learn from that. I would say he actually saw the danger coming. Probably he has read so many news or magazines of similar things happening to similar people like him, so he has to do that. So if it's not really the case of the divorce, I would say he's very, very wrong. But probably he saw the danger coming and he was able to avert it by launching the money to his mother. But if we are to discuss this indirectly, he's wrong. Thank you.
Merci. On acclame pour lui et pour tous ceux qui ont intervenu.
Okay, for this issue, I think we are okay with this. So if you know the best option from the suggestions and contributions of people, we'll hang it on there and let's go back to the real business while we're here. It's time for the talk show, and I want to use this opportunity to welcome on stage, as part of our panelists, the director of Bloomingdale's, who happens to be our sponsor for this event. Can you please give a sound round of applause for Bloomingdale's Africa? Yeah. We'll come to that point when we'll reveal certain things, but right now it's about the talk show, and let's go straight. I want to invite on stage the director of Bloomingdale's Africa, Ms. Adugo. Monique, please.
Et nous invitons également Monsieur Richard à nous rejoindre.
Keep clapping, please. This is the CEO. Do not clap like that. Clap well. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being here.
Bienvenue. Ok.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for starting.
D'accord. Nous allons commencer. Je vais m'adresser à Madame Monique en français. D'accord. Il y a une théorie selon laquelle pour connaître le but de sa vie, il est important de discerner les besoins essentiels, n'est-ce pas? Est-ce que vous êtes d'accord avec cette théorie?
Vous pouvez reprendre une fois encore, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord, je me base sur la pyramide de Maslow qui énonce le rôle d'hiérarchiser les besoins des individus. Est-ce que vous êtes d'accord avec cette théorie?
Oui, bien sûr. C'est vraiment logique, cette théorie. J'ai bien sûr ça même dans les cours à l'école. il a classifié et il a hiérarchisé les besoins des hommes par rapport à... Il a mis ça en catégorie. Il a d'abord parlé des besoins physiologiques, manger et tout ce qui va avec. Ensuite, besoin de sécurité, je crois, estime de soi, réalisation de soi et appartenance. Et je crois que c'est vraiment logique, puisque celui qui n'a pas encore mangé ne va pas chercher forcément à faire de sa sécurité une priorité. L'homme doit manger avant de chercher à protéger sa vie. Parce que déjà, tu ne manges pas, tu n'auras même pas la force de, je ne sais pas, courir, même en cas de danger. Et quand tu as assez à manger, il y en a qui restent, que tu vas chercher à protéger ce que tu as. D'où vient le besoin de sécurité. Donc, ainsi de suite, quoi.
D'accord, merci.
Okay, thank you so much. It's so nice to have you, Mr. Richard. So, according to Abraham's Maslow's theory of hierarchy of needs, do you agree with the theory, first of all?
Yes, I do.
And if you do, I want to ask, what do you think, therefore, is the highest need of the human being? And why are only very few meeting up to that standard?
It depends. The highest need. For me, it depends on the individual. Some people naturally have given up. What you think is good for you or to you is nothing to another person. Some people having seen life from a different perspective and then believe they've been threatened by nature. They will consider food as the most paramount. And once they get something to eat, nothing will happen. Some who are able to conquer that goes to the next level. And when they get the security they need companionship. See, it depends on the individual at a particular stage at which the person. Some people don't want to go to the next level. See, it depends. That's why I say it depends. It depends on who I see.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ok, j'ai suivi un peu votre développement tout à l'heure, donc je pourrais dire que le besoin le plus important pour l'homme, c'est de manger. Parce que sans ça, on ne peut pas faire le reste. C'est bien cela. Est-ce qu'on peut retenir ça comme ça? Parmi les besoins selon la classification de... Voilà.
Ce que j'ai à dire, c'est que le besoin le plus basique, c'est de chercher à manger d'abord. Ensuite viennent les autres. Le besoin le plus important qu'il a mis dans la pyramide, c'est réalisation de soi. Et c'est vraiment très important. Je suis vraiment d'accord avec ça. Donc j'étais en train de dire que la façon dont il a classifié, je suis d'accord avec l'ordre qu'il a mis.
Okay.
C'est vraiment important que l'homme cherche à manger d'abord avant que les autres ne viennent. C'est ce que j'essayais de dire. Je ne sais pas si vous avez interprété autre chose. Mais le besoin le plus important, le plus haut qu'il a mis dans la pyramide, c'est le besoin de réalisation de soi.
D'accord. Donc pour vous aussi, le premier besoin que nous devons retenir ce soir, c'est la réalisation de soi. C'est bon?
Je ne sais pas si peut-être on ne se comprend pas, mais je dis que le besoin le plus important, c'est la réalisation de soi. Mais avant de chercher à se réaliser en tant qu'être humain, il faut franchir les étapes. Et il y a eu mon patron à côté qui a dit que chaque individu a un niveau qu'il veut atteindre dans la vie. Pour certains, manger même faire réalisation de soi. Donc, c'est relatif à chaque individu. Mais si Abraham Maslow, il a classifié ça et puis il a mis une hiérarchie, ça veut dire qu'il a eu à prendre en compte les différentes personnes qu'il a rencontrées. Il a dit que, ok, si quelqu'un voit manger comme important, une autre personne voit ça comme c'est juste le début. Il faut que je fasse un pas en avant. Voilà.
Effectivement, c'est ce que j'attendais, c'est ce que je voulais avoir. Merci. Nous allons continuer. Je vais demander quel est le but qui affecte, ou je dirais, comment le but affecte-t-il tous les autres domaines de notre vie? Comment le but affecte-t-il tous tous les autres domaines de notre vie. C'est-à-dire, quelqu'un qui n'a pas de but, la suite c'est quoi?
Quelqu'un qui n'a pas de but, la suite c'est quoi?
Ou comment le but, voilà, peut affecter tous les autres domaines de notre vie.
Ok, d'accord. Un élève ou un étudiant vise en fin d'année à avoir une certaine note afin de passer en classe supérieure. Donc, si l'élève n'a pas l'intention de réussir et passer en classe supérieure, il a tendance à ne pas prendre ses cours au sérieux, à banaliser les TD, les travaux dirigés. Et c'est comme ça partout. Lorsque tu n'as pas un but dans la vie, tu te réveilles le matin et puis tu n'es même pas content. Avant de dormir, tu ne penses à rien qui t'excite, tu ne fais pas de plan pour la journée qui suit. Tu es juste là, tu existes tout simplement. Mais quand tu as un but, à chaque fois tu es excité, tu te dis qu'est-ce que je peux faire, comment faire pour m'approcher de ce but. C'est ça qui donne l'importance d'exister. Tu as la joie d'exister. Tu n'es pas juste là comme quelqu'un aussi qui se promène, quoi.
D'accord, merci.
Okay, if you are just joining us right now, this is the Realities from Talkshow, and we are talking about purpose and decision. And just to draw your attention to something that we have been discussing, there is a theory of someone called Abraham Maslow. And this theory states that the highest need of a man is self-realization. Now he did that in a pyramid form where the least need is your psychological need, like that's your basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing. And we are just asking, and from what our speakers have said, they concur to that theory, that purpose or self-realization is the highest. And so before you can be able to actualize purpose, you should be able to meet your basic needs. So we want to throw the question to everyone. What is your own take on this particular matter? Do you need to put food on your table first before talking about purpose? Or is purpose the very most important thing in your life that you should be talking about before anything? Is there anyone that has anything to say to that before we kick off and continue? Yes, please.
Okay, for me, I think I concur with what she said earlier. Like, before anyone starts to think about purpose, you first of all have to eat. If you don't eat, you won't have, she said something, you won't have energy to run in times of danger. Although purpose or self-realization is of utmost importance, but the basic thing first is to eat. So I think I'm okay with the classification. If you look at the pyramid, it feels like a mountain. So food is at the basic, and the most is self-realization. So after you've gotten food and every other thing, then you can think of self-realization. At the end of the day, let it be in the picture. Like one of the speakers said, someone might just eat and then feel that is all. You should not stop there. After you've gotten food, keep pursuing until you get to the peak. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your points. Okay, let's look at it this way. Okay, we are discussing and it's an interaction. If you talk about food, it's as though that when you are giving birth to, you start talking about food. What's the role of parents? Parents provide your food, your shelter, your clothing unto a certain age in life. So within those times that you are not talking about basic needs like food, clothing needs, is it not also good that as a young person you should be thinking of your purpose? At least when you are 15, you're 16, you're 17, you're 18, your parents are still taking care of those needs for you. Is it to be looked into? Let's see what do you think about that? Okay, there's someone there.
Okay, thank you very much. But looking at the theory, about Maslow's theory, I I think his main focus was on priority. What should be the first priority of an individual? And he first stated that it should be your physiological needs, which is food, shelter, clothing. And I think he's saying that is the most essential. When a person is not able to meet the basic needs, he or she finds it very difficult to meet the greater needs, which is self-actualization. Apart from that, he also stated of love needs, ego needs, and all of this, and safety needs as well. So I think he tried to prove to us that there is a need for having priorities. Yes, not just put your mindset on being actually fulfilling purpose when you don't have your basic needs. So you should start first from the basic and meet the self-actualization stage, yes.
Okay, anybody with another, okay. Before you, there are people at the back. Let's hear from them, please, so we have a very good interaction.
Merci. Bon, moi, premièrement, j'aimerais poser une question. Bon, avant de manger, il va falloir qu'on travaille. Bon, arriver à un certain moment de la vie, bon, après que les parents vous prennent soin et autres, arriver à un moment où tu dois travailler, tu dois essayer d'atteindre un but, chercher un service et prendre soin de toi. Donc moi je pense que chercher un travail, c'est d'abord chercher un but, atteindre et après se nourrir. Merci.
Bien, merci. Mon petit nom c'est Thierry. Permettez-moi un peu de remettre en cause ou bien en doute la pyramide d'Abraham dont vous parlez. On parle de besoins basiques qui fait référence à la nourriture. Moi, je me dis que le besoin basique se définit en fonction de la situation que vit un individu. Quelqu'un, par exemple, qui vit dans l'insécurité, son premier besoin basique, c'est pas de manger. Il va chercher sa sécurité pour pouvoir mieux manger ou bien manger. Donc, c'est en ce sens que je remets un petit peu en cause cette pyramide d'Abraham. Merci. C'est juste que les gens puissent essayer de réfléchir.
Ok, d'accord. Monsieur Thierry, c'était ça? Ok. J'ai compris ce que vous avez eu à dire. Vous avez dit que pour vous, le besoin de sécurité vient en première position. C'était ça?
Non. C'est relatif au plan.
Oui, s'il vous plaît.
Ok, je disais donc que le besoin basique d'une personne doit se définir en fonction. Voilà, le besoin basique d'un individu devrait normalement se définir en fonction de la situation que cet individu vit. Quand je prends l'exemple d'une personne, c'est un exemple, quand j'ai pris l'insécurité, c'est un exemple. Il y a beaucoup d'autres situations. Mais quand on prend l'exemple de l'insécurité, quelqu'un qui vit tout le temps dans l'insécurité, qui a du mal à trouver ou bien à assouvir son besoin, comme vous le dites, basique, qui est de manger. Mais à cause de cette situation d'insécurité, il ne peut pas manger. Comment il fait? Donc du coup, son besoin basique revient à trouver la paix, la sécurité, pour lui permettre maintenant de pouvoir manger.
C'est assez raisonnable ce que vous avez dit, que ça dépend de chaque personne, c'était ça? Mais
de la situation.
De l'individu. Donc, vous voyez, ça peut aussi arriver que cette personne, par exemple, comme vous l'avez dit, qui cherche à être en sécurité, cette personne qui cherche à être en sécurité, si elle ne mange pas, elle n'aura même pas la force pour mourir ou bien pour mettre en place les choses qu'il faut pour être en sécurité. Je ne sais pas si peut-être c'est un peu logique ce que je dis. Une personne qui a faim va oublier peut-être la sécurité parce que même si tu cherches à te mettre en protection et tout, et tu ne manges pas, mais tu vas mourir dans ta sécurité. Quel que soit alpha, bêta, l'homme doit toujours manger. L'homme doit toujours chercher à se nourrir. Tu ne te couvres pas, le foie est là. Nous ne sommes pas comme peut-être des animaux qui ont naturellement des, je ne sais pas, des parois qui les protègent contre le foie, contre le froid. Bon, je ne sais pas si vous avez d'autres choses à ajouter.
Non, c'est bon, merci.
D'accord.
Okay, for those that didn't understand what he said, he's making a point that the need or the basic need of any individual is based upon the situation surrounding that individual. Okay, that for him, he used that instance in security, for instance. Someone who is in the field of security doesn't see food as his basic need. His security is very much important to him than the food he will eat. I think that was what you were saying. Okay, so that is his own point. But let's come back to our speakers and let's hear from them as we proceed. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Richards, concerning what we just said about?
According to what he's saying, for me, apart from health, there is nothing on earth that can challenge hunger. Nothing. I can't think of anything. Hunger. Apart from health situation, nothing can stand hunger. No matter the issue, men are willing to risk their lives in order to eat things. During Corona, there was lockdown. It got to a point, nobody's afraid of the virus. The primary needs of man, food, shelter, and clothing. Food first. Food first. There is nothing else. Unless it is a situation that has to do with health. Once it is not health, nothing will stand for that. What is security? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay. So, let that point be clear. Food is a basic need. But let's come back and ask Mr. Richards, please. How does purpose now affect life? Since food is a really basic issue, how does purpose now come in? How does purpose come in?
First of all, I don't think I believe it's not up to 10% of people that really actualize their purpose. It's not up to 10% according to my own estimation. Hunger first. Everybody just want to eat first. And I tell you that certain people didn't cross that line. Complacency comes in when you think you're okay. People don't care what they come to this world to do. Depending on the situation. Some people are in an area where after eating, the next issue becomes this security is talking about. So purpose. Some people are not even out of purpose. Talk less of what to do with it. So I believe just only 10% of the entire world population that understands what purpose is all about and actualizes it. And those few people have made a difference in this life.
Okay.
Ok. Je vais continuer pour demander à quel âge ou quel âge est adéquat pour découvrir le but de sa vie.
À quel âge est
adéquat
pour découvrir
le but de sa vie?
Je crois que ça va varier par rapport à chaque individu. Quelqu'un à 16 ans, peut-être n'a aucune idée de pourquoi elle existe. Une autre personne à 25 ans aussi ne sait pas. Mais c'est à 35 ans que cette personne va découvrir son but dans la vie. Mais ça peut aussi arriver qu'une autre personne à 18 ans ou à 16 ans, que cette personne sache pourquoi elle existe. Donc, ça dépend de chaque individu, de comment tu as été éduqué, d'où tu viens et comment tu es venu dans ce monde. Donc, on ne peut pas mentionner un âge qu'à cet âge, tu dois forcément découvrir ton but dans la vie.
Ok, j'ai une question aussi. Si je découvre le but de ma vie, n'est-il pas important de purifier mon atmosphère, c'est-à-dire mon environnement, les gens que je côtoie et autres? Est-ce qu'il n'est pas important? Je prends un exemple. Avant, je ne connaissais pas le but de ma vie. Maintenant, après que je vous ai suivi, je sais qu'il faudrait que je sois par exemple dans le domaine du journalisme. Mais ceux qui étaient mes amis étaient par exemple des financiers, ceux avec qui je discute, j'échange, étaient dans d'autres domaines. Est-ce qu'il n'est pas important que le jour où on découvre le but de sa vie, il faut ascerner son environnement, ses connaissances, ses amis, afin d'atteindre maintenant cet objectif que j'ai découvert?
Maintenant que tu as découvert ton but dans la vie, tu vas commencer d'abord par analyser l'environnement que tu as déjà. S'il y a des personnes que tu as déjà dans ta vie qui peuvent t'aider à atteindre ton but dans la vie, ok, approche-toi d'eux. Tu ne dois forcément pas seulement avoir dans ta vie des gens qui sont forcément en alignement avec ton but. Tu as parlé de financiers, des gens qui sont dans les domaines de droit. Chaque personne existe dans son domaine et chaque domaine est important dans cette vie. Donc, tant que cette personne-là ne cherche pas à bloquer ton chemin, ne cherche pas à, je ne sais pas quel mot,
t'empêcher à
atteindre ton but, je ne vois pas pourquoi il faut forcément les mettre à côté. Ne pas les mettre à l'écart, parce que même leurs connaissances peuvent même t'aider dans la tête de ton but. Tu ne vas pas te lever juste arriver à te faire juste comme ça. Il y a des situations qui vont se présenter, tu auras besoin des personnes pour t'aider à atteindre ton but. Mais s'ils ne sont pas forcément dans ton domaine, certes, tu vas t'approcher des personnes qui sont dans ton domaine, mais tu ne dois pas forcément écarter tout le monde, parce que tu ne sais pas de qui tu auras besoin dans le futur. Donc cette personne ne t'empêche pas d'obtenir tes objectifs, d'atteindre tes objectifs. Il n'y a pas à l'écarter forcément.
Ok, c'est bon.
Okay, Mr. Richards, like you said, that only very few persons on this planet Earth will even have an idea of what proposing is. So for those of us that are seated here, I believe all have interest. What is the importance? How important is this concept of purpose to the individual seated in this room? Because I want to see that in Togo now, these are the 10% that are interested. That's why they even came. You see? So, what is the importance of this purpose, and at what age should it be considered best to discover it?
As for me, there is no fixed age for one to discover his or her purpose. There is no fixed age. Depends on the scenario. Some people, before they even get to this world, their purpose has been announced. Not before they came. And when they come, you see them gradually moving out on daily basis, right from training. Some people get to a certain age, circumstantial, they discover the purpose. So there is no fixed age, according to my understanding, for the discovery of purpose. And then the second question is how important. The importance of purpose is self-satisfaction and fulfillment. Nothing more, nothing less. Self-satisfaction and fulfillment. Once you are in your purpose, you feel that fulfillment. You feel that self-satisfaction. Nothing moves you. You are okay with yourself. And once you are okay with yourself, your environment will be okay. Because that your purpose must somehow serve the purpose for humanity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And just to add to that, is there any deadline? You say there's no fixed age. But is there a time that if I don't discover my purpose, it becomes maybe too late. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
To me, I believe so. A man that dies at the age of 75 who discovered his purpose at the age of 73. I don't know how far he would have served humanity in that 2 years left. So for me, it's good to start early, because something that is meant for you to discover. So the earlier, the better.
Thank you so much.
D'accord, je vais aller dans le même sens en français. Est-ce qu'il existe une date limite pour découvrir le but de sa vie?
S'il existe une date limite pour découvrir le but de sa vie, bon, peu importe l'âge auquel tu découvres ton but dans la vie, tu l'as découvert. Mais est-ce que tu auras assez de temps pour le vivre? C'est ça la question. Donc il y a mon patron qui a dit, imagine tu découvres ton but à 73 ans et tu décèdes à 75 ans. Tu n'auras même pas assez de temps pour explorer ou bien t'actualiser, de vivre d'une manière où tu seras satisfait. Tu n'auras pas le temps même de faire profiter aux autres de ton but dans la vie, des choses que tu fais bien. Voilà. Donc le plus tôt sera le mieux. Le plus tôt sera le mieux.
Le plus tôt sera le mieux.
Okay, Mr. Richards, after this, the floor will be open. If you have questions and if you have anything to ask, please start noting them down. If you are just joining us, like I said before, this is Realities from Talkshow, and we are so happy and glad that you are here as we discuss about purpose and decision and how it affects our whole life. Okay, Mr. Richard, we want to ask, is making money part of purpose? Yeah, because in this world, presently, if somebody is not making money, you know, it's as if something is not working. So is that not part of purpose, the way it's going? Help us.
To me, purpose differs from making money. Purpose differs from making money. You might be able to make money in the course of your purpose. You might still be pursuing your purpose, or you be in your purpose. Why have a different skill through which you make money in the banks? Mahatma Gandhi professionally is a lawyer. Abraham Lincoln professionally a lawyer. Their purpose has nothing to do with that. But it's reverse, because a freedom fighter has to know what justice is all about first. So by what gives them money differs from what they give. Paul in the Bible was a tent maker, but his purpose differs from his job. So it depends. So but on a general note, your purpose has nothing to do with making money. But you can find money in the course of your purpose, or you may not still find it. But you have a skill that gives you money. Why you use it for the satisfaction?
Thank you so much for that. Let me ask another question to add to that. Yes, because you know, it's easier said than done. A large number of us can down whatever you call purpose under the feet. But who purpose head? That's the language again. Who purpose head? Then the chopper that they put on my table. Now, how can we relate this and make people also understand that despite I have to make money, that this concept is to be held on a high ground? How can we make it so important too?
That is why I say only few people fulfill their purpose. In 1928, there was a recession in America that prompted most billionaires to commit suicide. If they were
course with their purpose, they will lose their purpose. I've seen where market got pumped. Billionaires jumped into the fire. I didn't know what they were thinking. They concluded it is finished. That was why they did it. If they were on course with their purpose, they would have done that. So, when I say purpose, it's all about this a high level of understanding. When you operate at that frame, money, in as much as it is important, is the thank you. So, money apart, you apart with your purpose. But when you don't understand, you might expect, you see, Elon Musk was busy on course with his purpose, but he wasn't that rich. Then he was building. He's an inventor by nature. That is his purpose too. And the reason he's where he is today is because of whatever he was busy doing was for the good and betterment of humanity. And then until somebody visited him, the lady by name Joan Shotwell. From that day he met with that lady. There was an alignment between his discovery and the ability to market it to the public. And from that day, he skyrocketed from whatever position he was to become number second and number one. So there was this alignment. Money wasn't his problem. He invested all his money in that specific program. Even the last one he did. Nothing could have stopped him. He would have rather died doing it. Not for the purpose of money, but to live his purpose for the betterment of humanity. So, there are these two different things. Purpose, when you are really living your purpose, you have this fulfillment and satisfaction. Knowing fully well that you have an inspiring day to and so if you consider money more than your purpose, something will strike you sometime in life where that difference will be so distinct, and their next line of action is whether you're on purpose or you are busy collecting money.
Thank you so much.
Alors, gagner de l'argent, est-ce que ça fait partie du but?
Gagner de l'argent, est-ce que ça fait partie du but? Tout à l'heure, ils ont parlé de la même question, mais en anglais, et vraiment tout ce que mon patron a dit, je suis tout à fait d'accord. Si gagner de l'argent est... Quel mot vous allez utiliser?
Gagner de l'argent fait-il
partie du but? Pas nécessairement. Tu peux avoir beaucoup d'argent et ne pas être satisfait parce qu'il y a quelque chose que tu devrais faire que tu ne fais pas encore. Tu peux être occupé dans une activité qui te procure beaucoup d'argent, mais en réalité, tu es appelé à être professeur, à enseigner. Certaines personnes ont ce don de transmettre les messages d'une manière tellement claire que toi-même tu es choqué. Donc, tu peux peut-être être un commerçant, tu te fais de l'argent dans le commerce, mais tu ne vis pas encore ton but. Mais une fois que tu découvres ton but et que tu cherches des occasions pour enseigner, à contribuer à l'humanité, là tu sens une certaine satisfaction, tu es content de toi-même. Quand tu te lèves le matin, ce n'est pas seulement l'argent qui compte, mais les activités, ce que tu fais qui contribuent et qui aident la vie des autres personnes. Voilà comment le but même fonctionne. Tu peux même être dans une activité qui va aussi te procurer de l'argent. Et ça vient en deuxième position. Dans l'enseignement, tu peux te faire de l'argent. Tu peux aussi peut-être ne pas te faire beaucoup d'argent, mais tu peux aussi être milliardaire dans l'enseignement. Ça dépend de, je ne sais pas, de quelle façon tu veux pratiquer l'enseignement. Donc voilà, le but ne rapporte pas forcément de l'argent, mais plutôt de la satisfaction, une paix intérieure.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Mr. Richard. I don't know, do we have questions right now so the interaction can begin? Okay, I can see a hand at the back. Let's take a number. Number one, the little girl at the back. Number two. You, number two. Number three. And number four. 5, and at the back there, number 6. Okay? Numero 1, simple. So can we pass the mic to the person? April. Yes, please. The mic to them. Number 1, raise your hand again, please, so you can see you. Stand, please. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Grant, and I would like to ask, for youngsters like this, do our parents have a role to play in our purpose for self-actualization or realization?
First of all, your parents need to understand what purpose is in order to play the role. And your parents need to understand their own purpose. You can't give what you don't have. Somebody who hasn't discovered his, are you expecting the person to let you discover yours? It takes the parents who understand what purpose is, who has discovered his or hers, in order to aid you to discover yours. Because they can't detect what their purpose is. They have to watch you, understand what purpose is, watch you, have everything kept before you, watch how you live, what are a lot of things. So they need to understand purpose, understand their own first. If not, someone cannot give you what he or she doesn't have. Thank you.
Okay, numero 2. Okay. Before the second person, yes, you have.
It is said that our parents always want the best for us, but they don't always know what is best for us. As a person, you should know and understand yourself, your person. You might be good at something that you know you want to do, but mommy or daddy might want you to do another thing. I want to be a medical doctor, but daddy said I should be a lawyer. So in those kind of situations, you should see, as the CEO here said, that if the parent knows what purpose is, he shouldn't force his own opinions on you, but he can instead contribute or guide you to attain and get to what your purpose is. Our parents always want the best for us, but they don't always know what is best for us. So you should study yourself in French. Okay. Nos parents veulent toujours. Elle a posé la question si nos parents ont, je ne sais pas, un rôle à jouer dans notre conscience ou bien de notre compréhension de notre but. Et nous avons dit que nos parents veulent toujours le mieux pour nous, mais ils ne savent pas forcément ce qui est mieux pour nous. Un parent qui n'a pas encore découvert son propre but dans la vie ne doit pas venir te dire quel est ton but dans la vie. Tu ne peux pas donner ce que tu n'as pas. On voit des parents qui veulent que l'enfant fasse la médecine alors que l'enfant peut être avocat. Un parent qui a compris ce que c'est que le but dans la vie ne devrait pas forcer ses idées sur toi. Donc nos parents, en réalité, si le parent n'a pas compris ce que c'est le but dans la vie, ne doit pas réellement interférer dans l'obtention, bien dans la découverte dans le. Merci beaucoup.
So much. Numéro 2, the second person, please.
Merci. Okay. Je voudrais mieux éclairer sur comment découvrir le but. Quand Madame Monique parlait, elle parlait de certaines activités qu'on peut faire qui peuvent nous aider à découvrir le but. Donc je voudrais vraiment que vous nous éclairez là-dessus.
He wants to know how we can discover our purpose. That is his main challenge now.
Anyway, purpose can be discovered in so many ways. But it is a process. There is no day one can wake up and discover the purpose. It is a lifetime adventure to some people. And to some people, it's something that can happen within a decade. It's just like traveling from here to Cotonou to Benin by night.
you trust your car or whatever vehicle you're in, and the headlamp is the only thing you are using to navigate the road, and it cannot see more than 200 meters. When you don't speed up to 80 kilometers per hour, benefit. And one thing happens, in as much as you keep accelerating, it keeps getting clearer until you get to your destination. Sometimes it's so when it gets to purpose. It's not something you can just wake up sometimes. And like the people I gave example with, some of them, okay, the man practicing law never knew his purpose, that's nothing, or it's not the then purpose, it's not the going to court and defending people. Abraham Lincoln never knew. Mahatma Gandhi never knew. Paul was okay with doing his things, but they never knew that there is a greater cause waiting there, which is not their purpose. So it depends on the person. But for you, when you want to make an effort to discover your purpose, you have to take an inventory of yourself. Self-assessment. You and yourself. Check your life. What are you attracted to? What makes you think? What are the things that turns you on? What are the things you don't like? Could be injustice. What are the things that drives you? What are you good at? What is it you can be doing without checking the time? What is it you are willing to do for free without considering money? There are a lot of things you need to put into consideration. So over time, it keeps getting clearer until you get there. Thank you.
Je vais faire une traduction de ce qu'il a dit en français. Donc ce qu'il a dit, c'est que la découverte de son but, c'est pas un événement. Ce n'est pas du jour au lendemain. Tu ne t'endors pas une nuit, tu te réveilles demain matin pour dire ah j'ai trouvé mon but dans mon sommeil. Non, ça ne marche pas comme ça. C'est tout un processus. Ça peut te prendre des années. Donc maintenant pour découvrir ce processus-là, il faut faire un inventaire de soi-même. Il faut s'auto-analyser. Il faut se poser des questions. Qu'est-ce que j'aime faire? Dans quoi est-ce que je suis prêt à investir toute mon énergie sans même prêter attention au temps? Qu'est-ce que je n'aime pas? Si j'ai l'occasion de m'aventurer dans quelque chose, qu'est-ce que ce serait? Si je suis sûre que je ne vais pas échouer, qu'est-ce que ce serait? Donc ce sont les questions comme ça que je devais te poser. Je suis attirée par quoi? Qu'est-ce que j'aime faire? Ce sont les questions que tu te poses pour savoir qui tu es et quel est ton but dans la vie. Comme je l'ai dit, ce n'est pas un événement, tu ne vas pas le découvrir juste comme ça va prendre du temps. Faire un processus, ça peut te prendre même des années. Donc il va falloir que tu sois discipliné et que tu sois prêt à reconnaître ton but aussi. Les indices peuvent venir. Est-ce que tu es prêt à le remarquer, à savoir que ça me parle, ça me dit quelque chose? Parce que tu ne peux pas demander quelque chose et ne pas être prêt à recevoir la réponse. La réponse peut venir, mais tu ne vas pas le remarquer. À quel point es-tu prêt pour découvrir ton but et agir dessus? Voilà.
Okay. Number 3 is yes. Okay, pray today.
Okay, so my question is there any relationship between purpose and ambition?
Relationship between purpose and ambition. Somehow they are related and somehow they are not. It depends, you have to be very careful. You might be ambitious of something that has nothing to do with your purpose. You can still be ambitious of something that is directly related to your purpose. With self-examination, make sure greed, covetousness, envy, these things, make sure they don't play any role in the ambition. So that you need to have clarity to know when you are on course with your purpose. If not, there's a great confusion there.
savoir s'il y a un rapport entre le but de quelqu'un dans la vie et ses ambitions. Et monsieur a répondu ici que oui et non. Parce que tu peux avoir de l'ambition et dans ton ambition, tu cherches à accomplir quelque chose qui est actuellement ton but. Et ça peut aussi ne pas être ton but. Donc ça peut aller dans les deux sens. Mais assure-toi que ce que tu poursuis comme ambition ne soit pas motivé par... c'est quoi les mots même? Ton désir d'acquérir les choses qui ne t'appartiennent pas, de la jalousie, l'envie, ou bien... Il y a un mot même. Greed. How do they say greed in French? Gourmandise, thank you, Dash. Gourmandise, que ça ne soit pas, ne soit pas la gourmandise. Voilà, merci.
Okay, we'll take number 4. Number 4.
Okay, my question is, since someone having money, if money is not fulfilling purpose, I want to ask, can someone who has realized his purpose in life fulfill that purpose without money?
Can someone fulfill his or her purpose having realized it without money? It's highly not possible. Because in our present day world, money plays a very major role. Even to the people in the business of the gospel, it is even said that money makes the gospel. Yes. In the Bible book of Ecclesiastes, somewhere it says, wisdom is a defense, just as money is a defense. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 10:19, somewhere it says money answers all things. So, because sometimes when you are living your purpose, don't forget you have responsibility. Biblically, it says a man who can't take care of his responsibilities is considered to be an infidel and unbeliever. And as a matter of fact, has fallen out of it. So, if you can't take care of your bills, fulfilling your purpose becomes a very monotonous task. I'm telling you. At every point in time, we need to be listening to ourselves. Even as a freedom fighter, you need money to mobilize whatever. So, but sometimes, in the course of your purpose, people who believe in your purpose can make the money available. There is a level at which you get convinced with your purpose that you don't need money to convince others, then they bring the resources. So money is necessary, it may not necessarily come from you. But it will come from people who have believed in your purpose. Thank you.
Le monsieur qui a cherché à savoir s'il y a une relation et si quelqu'un peut accomplir son but sans de l'argent. Et la réponse est simple, non. Peut-être que l'argent qu'il faut pour que tu accomplisses ton but ne viendra pas forcément de toi, mais ça viendra des personnes qui croient en ce que tu veux, voilà. L'argent contrôle tout. Même si tu veux être enseignant ou bien tu veux te battre contre l'injustice, il faut de l'argent. Même si c'est un tout petit peu, il le faut. Mais sauf qu'arriver à un point en cherchant à accomplir ton but, il y aura des personnes qui seront convaincues et ils vont vouloir marcher avec toi. Et eux aussi vont chercher à mobiliser les fonds pour qu'ensemble, vous atteigniez cet objectif ou bien ce but. Parce qu'il y a possibilité que ton but soit en harmonie avec le but de plusieurs autres personnes. Ces personnes aussi vont chercher à contribuer pour qu'ensemble, vous atteigniez l'objectif ou le but. Voilà.
Because there's no way you can say lack of money better not to fulfill your purpose. Get into your purpose, seek first the kingdom. Every other thing.
Ok, il a ajouté qu'il ne faut pas non plus dire que c'est parce que tu n'as pas l'argent, que tu n'as pas eu à vivre ton but dans la vie. Il faut commencer à vivre ton but et à marcher dans la direction de ton but. Et puis toute autre chose va s'aligner, va s'ajouter à toi.
Whatever the Creator has designed you to be, He has made provisions. As long as you have confirmed it, discovered it, confirmed it, gotten ready to be on course and take action, every other thing will begin to align in conformity with that purpose.
Donc tu existes, puis la raison pour laquelle tu existes, tu l'as découvert et que tu prends les actions en alignement avec cet objectif, toute autre chose va s'aligner, toute autre chose va tomber en place. Voilà.
Basically, something happened that I remember one time. God told Moses about an ark. Moses was not a designer and was not a carpenter. He couldn't just figure it out how it would be done. God told him to go to a particular city and meet a certain man. The man already has the design. Moses was on course with his purpose. That man also was on course with his own purpose. And there is this alignment that has to appear. Moses has to dress the man. The man said, Moses go to there. He said, I understand, I know the design, and I will do it. He will talk with his purpose. And he did it. That was how the ark was constructed. So, it didn't require Moses to go and learn how to build an ark. It didn't require Moses to go and look for money to build an ark. He just was told about the ark, and he was told who would build it. And he made the person, and the ark was built. So sometimes once you have agreed to enter into your purpose and took the necessary action, everything will begin to align. That is how it is.
Okay, yes, you can clap that hand if you want. Please, are you enjoying the talk show? Okay, are you enjoying the talk show?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a round of applause for reality show. Imagine having this kind of event as frequently as possible. What it will do to your mindset, what it will do to your psyche, what it will do to the information you receive, what it will do to your entire life. I believe this is what that this forum is about, and that is what it has come to do. So we'll take one question here on stage before we come back to the number 5 and then the number 6. Yes, I know we have other numbers, but let's continue here.
Ok. Je dois demander à savoir si la religion, le but, la découverte du but a quelque chose à voir avec la religion. Est-ce que c'est un rapport avec la religion?
Cette question, si le but a quelque chose à voir avec la religion,
il y a un rapport avec la religion.
Normalement, non. Ce que tu vas faire dans cette vie, ce que tu as appelé à faire, n'a rien à voir forcément avec la religion, non. Tu peux être appelé, bon, ce que tu devrais faire dans la vie, naturellement, ne devrait pas être quelque chose qui doit faire du mal à l'humanité. Ton but dans la vie, c'est de contribuer au bien de l'humanité. Et Et le but des religions, c'est la paix, l'amour. Donc ton but dans la vie, si tu l'as découvert, ça doit être quelque chose qui doit être en alignement avec le bien-être de tout le monde. Donc non, ça n'a pas quelque chose à voir avec la religion. Tu peux avoir même un but, tu vas être de telle religion, quelqu'un de notre religion aussi va avoir le même but. Vous pouvez même vous mettre ensemble pour obtenir un certain objectif. Donc non, la religion n'a rien à voir avec.
D'accord.
Mr. Richard, please, what we are asking is, does purpose have anything to do with religion?
To me, no. It has nothing to do with religion. Purpose has to do with self-discovery. Religion might aid you or might not feel as much as whatever that is purpose has to do with the development of humanity. So it is not just only fixed into religion. People who serve their purpose, most of them didn't say much about religion. So it has to do with humanity. It has to do with self-discovery and humanity, irrespective of what you believe. Thank you.
Okay, I want to ask, because there is this die-hard spirit in people not to do the right thing sometimes. Even they themselves can't explain. They are seeing what is right, but what is wrong is they say, I will do it. We'll see the end. And that's how they look at it. I want to ask, if I don't want to discover my purpose, I don't even want to talk about it, I don't want anything about it, I'm not even interested, is there any penalty? Is there something that will be missing in my life if I decide not to dive into that path called purpose?
To me, it goes this way. You just don't want to discover your purpose. Your life will not be totally useful on this planet yet. That is number one. And for not discovering your purpose, their lives would have affected positively from West. And totally that fulfillment and satisfaction. Even when you're pushing one at some point, you know when it doesn't count anymore. And most people live to regret not pursuing their purpose when it looks like it is late. So that's why I say it is only 10%. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. And once abuse is inevitable, imagine the society where abuse becomes the order of the reality. A lot of things will go wrong because if you are on your purpose, I am on my purpose, everybody else is on their purpose, life will be better. So saying you will not care about your purpose is like you are not an entire body system or a car. A car comprises of systems. A car or human body system of systems. And when one system is not functional as it ought to be, it affects the performance. So it affects the performance of humanity on this planet Earth. And it is good when everybody is on purpose so that every aspect, every facet of the society will be better. Thank you.
Que se passe-t-il donc si je ne veux pas réaliser mon but? Est-ce qu'il y a des sanctions?
Que se passe-t-il si je ne peux pas réaliser mon but dans la vie?
Oui. Est-ce qu'il y a des sanctions?
S'il y a des sanctions, chaque être humain, comme on l'a dit, a des buts dans la vie, a un but dans la vie. Et lorsque tu ne t'occupes pas avec ton but dans la vie, tu as tendance à faire autre chose. Est-ce que cette autre chose avec laquelle tu t'occupes contribue au bien-être de tous autour de toi? Nous avons dit que lorsque le but de quelque chose n'est pas connu, la bulle est inévitable. Tu ne connais pas ton but dans la vie, tu as tendance à t'investir dans les activités qui ne font pas encore l'avantage. Et la plupart des temps, ça n'avantage pas les gens, les personnes autour de toi. Donc imagine lorsque la bulle est l'ordre du jour dans une société. Chacun fait ce qu'il veut. Chacun fait ce qui n'est pas en alignement avec son but dans la vie. C'est du n'importe quoi. Mais lorsque tout le monde est occupé à poursuivre son but, quelque chose qui contribue au bien-être de tous, à nous aurons une société moins ennuyante.
Une société épanouie.
C'est le bon mot, ça, épanouie.
D'accord.
Thank you so much for that. So we'll come back to number 5. The number 5 person that wanted to ask a question. Where are you? Okay. Yeah.
Hello. My question is, please, can the person have more than? Can somebody have more than one purposes? And what is the link between purpose and survival?
There are skills, there are talents, and there is one purpose. Their skills and talents can be in alignment with their purpose. There is only one purpose. They can have multiple skills and talents. So you need to find out in between skills, talents, and which one is your purpose. If not, there will be conflict of interest. And at the end of the day, you will not perform to pray. Thank you.
Le monsieur voulait savoir si une personne peut avoir plus d'un seul but dans la vie. Et donc la réponse est, nous avons tous un but dans la vie. Nous pouvons avoir des talents, des capacités, mais tous ces talents et capacités seront en alignement avec ce but. Tu peux être bien à plusieurs choses, mais il y a un seul objectif. Toutes ces choses auxquelles tu es bien vont contribuer, vont t'aider à atteindre cet objectif. Voilà.
You know, sometimes why I give most examples from the Bible that I believe 80% of the people that have read time. Am I right? Yes. Elisha thought he was a farmer. I was good at that. Until he went with a man called Elijah. Everything changed. Peter was good fishing until he met one man called Jesus Christ. So, some people may have done so many things in their life before they stumble into their purpose. Some people may have been busy honing their skills and talents until something led them into their purpose. So there are differences and you need to find out which one is which. And which one, even in that particular set of skills, you still have a perfect pitch. But the greater course is the purpose. And it takes carefulness and diligence to find it out. Thank you.
Number 6, please.
I'm Kelly by name. I want to ask, please, is our profession our purpose? If no, this thing, being a comedian or doing something that you love doing, why doing that? Does it mean that you are wasting your time or you are out of point?
Can you take your questions gradually so we get it very clearly again?
Alright, I said, is our profession our purpose? That's one.
Okay.
And if the answer is no, why is it that some people being a comedian or doing something that they love doing in life, why doing those things? Does it mean that you are wasting your time or you are out of the point in life?
Okay, if I get you straight, you're asking is our profession our purpose? That's one. And in the course of doing what you love doing, does it mean doing what I love doing can be?
Donc l'éducation, oui, ça contribue à l'atteinte de ton but. Parce qu'une personne qui n'a pas été éduquée même ne comprendra pas ce que c'est le but. Une personne qui n'a aucune idée de ce qui est le but ne va pas chercher à accomplir son but. Donc l'éducation, que ce soit d'une manière formelle ou informelle, ça contribue à l'atteinte de ton but.
So what we are asking is, Mr. Richard, does education play any role in the course of fulfilling purpose? Does it affect purpose in any way? education?
It depends on the meaning of the word affect. Affect. Affect sometimes has this negative connotation. So, I don't know from which angle.
Does education play any role in this country?
Yes, it does. Whether formal or informal, it does. If you go to library, international libraries, there's one thing you see in almost every book. Most of the books in that line of book is a name called Leonardo da Vinci. I don't think the guys played a major role in almost every area. Had no formal education. The father rejected him because he wanted to prove to the public he was a noble gentleman. Had that child outside wedlock. Had to hide that guy so that the public wouldn't know him. He spent his life in the bush observing so many things. Scientifically, in fact, I don't know which area he was, he never played a role. His father to so many things that so the latest inventions, most of them came from England. So he never went to any school, never taught by anybody. But he played a very major role in this life and you can't just forget his name in a hurry. So whatever he was doing in the bush, that observation, whatever you call it, is a form of education that may not have anything to do with the former one we have in this one. You know, because he was having what is called reflection. And that has to do with him, which is currently beneficial to the people in the formal education. So in every facet, I believe education plays a role in the discovery or pursuit of purpose.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Can we please give a round of applause for So we'll take the remaining questions and at that juncture we'll be done with this section.
My name is Glory Isaac. I want to really comment on our teacher. He's really a good one, trying to pilot us to our purpose in life. I want to throw more light on the question the last boy asked, saying that something that is profession and what you love doing. And I heard what the teacher said, something you will live for and also die for. So I want you to throw more light on this purpose, whether it has a major role to play in someone's passion. Because I believe passion is what you love doing. Please, thank you so much.
Thank you. Sometimes finding our passion becomes a very difficult task. You can see something and like it, it's not passion. You can see something and love it, it's not passion. When you consider passion, it is eternal when it has to do with the living person. Circumstances will challenge that thing you think involved doing. Situations of life will challenge it. If there is this passion left to carry on, if it is not your purpose, it will lead you to purpose. So sometimes we misunderstand the passion. You see some people say, I love this. Tomorrow they begin to look at it from a different angle. That shows that that is not something you are going to die for. Because once you are fixed into something that you passionately love, nothing. At the time, Paul said he is persuaded that nothing can separate us. And that juncture is not afraid of dying. But knew he was going to be shot. Doesn't matter to him. Then I believe like that. Galileo refused to denounce. So, because he was so shocked, Elon Musk took his last money to run the last test, knowing fully well that he would go to prison if the thing didn't finally work, and that particular last one worked. Passion is not just what you can say, it is time tested and time proven.
until circumstances and situations challenge you, and you are still in line with that purpose. Imagine Noah in the Bible trying to build an ark. Noah was recorded to be a drunk. Imagine Noah convincing his family that he has something or he has a vision. Okay, we'll call it a drunkard. Imagine how can the wife and children even believe that man? Even after believing him, how can the villagers not believe on the people? That he's not hearing when they know the man drinks to stupor. But nothing changed his mind. He made sure he built that. And it's as if to the people he was joking. But at the right time they knew he wasn't joking and it was late. They would have been saved. So, passion, imagine a drunkard having that level of passion. The one that has to people could do, he was able to fulfill that purpose. So it is. So, even his behavior, whatever defect he has, didn't stop him. So, you might be passionate over something, but it is not really passion until it is tested by circumstances of life. Thank you.
Ok, il a bien parlé de la passion, être passionné de quelque chose. Le mot passion, ça crée beaucoup de confusion. Tu peux voir quelque chose, l'aimer, ça ne veut pas dire que tu es passionné de cette chose. Jusqu'à ce que tu ne continues de faire cette chose et puis les circonstances de ce monde viennent tester ton amour pour cette chose et que tu maintiens cet amour. Là, tu es vraiment passionné par cette chose. Si tu fais quelque chose et dont tu prétends être passionné et les circonstances viennent, tu es prêt à laisser ça, donc tu n'es pas vraiment passionné. Il y a des personnes qui sont prêtes à tout faire pour les choses qu'ils aiment. Donc là, on peut vraiment parler de passion. Il a donné des exemples des personnes qui, par exemple, Elon Musk, il a fait plusieurs tentatives avec son propre argent. Et la dernière tentative, il sait bien que s'il échoue, il ira en prison. Mais il a quand même fait pour vous montrer à quel point il est déterminé, il est passionné par ce qu'il fait. C'est ça qui montre vraiment que vous êtes passionné, que vous aimez quelque chose. Lorsque, même si les circonstances viennent faire face ou bien affronter votre passion pour cette chose, vous maintenez toujours votre opinion. Là, vous êtes vraiment passionné.
Before Martin Luther King died, his last sermon, he said it doesn't matter anymore. He knew he was going to be killed. He told them he would never get to the promised land with them. But at the mountain top, he has seen all. He pointed the way. Even on that man mentioned that the man was not going to get to the promised land, but he pointed the way from the mountain top. And he made history the day he became the president of America. He was a pastor, a Baptist pastor. But when the time came, the passion took him. He knew it was, in fact, he had escaped so many assassination attempts. But that very last one, he knew the time has come, he was going to die. And he said it doesn't matter anymore. And nothing stops him. He was not going back, and he never did. Thank you.
Bon, il a parlé de Martin Luther King qui était vraiment déterminé dans ce qu'il voulait faire. Il savait, dans ses derniers mots, il disait qu'il savait qu'il était l'heure, mais au moins il a déjà monté une partie, puis il est au-dessus de la montagne et il pointe le monde qu'il projetait, qu'il voulait, qu'il désirait qu'on ait. Donc, même jusqu'à ces derniers moments, cette personne était déterminée, il voulait maintenir son pied dans ce qu'il aimait faire. Voilà.
Thank you very much. Can we give us a resounding clap for our speakers? Okay, so to continue, we'll take the remaining questions. I think number 2. Okay, numéro 2.
Bien, merci. J'ai deux principales questions. La première, c'est de savoir s'il y a un lien entre la connaissance de soi et la découverte d'un but. C'est-à-dire se connaître soi-même, sa personnalité.
So, what is the link between self-discovery and discovery of purpose?
Yes.
C'est ça.
La seconde question, c'est de savoir s'il existe aussi un lien entre la découverte d'un but et la destinée.
There is a link between discovering purpose and destiny. Destiny. Any link between self-discovery and purpose discovery?
Self-discovery will lead to purpose discovery. If actually self-discovery is not purpose, it will lead to purpose. Because purpose differs according to individuals. So if self-discovery is not your purpose, it will lead you to your purpose. For some. Second question. The link between purpose and destiny. Your purpose is your destiny. Your purpose is your destiny. Once you are close with your purpose, that is your destiny. Your purpose is that which you are destined to do. Thank you.
Je ne sais pas si peut-être vous avez saisi ce qu'il a dit. C'est bon? Ok, bon, je vais expliquer pour peut-être d'autres personnes. Il a dit, la connaissance de soi va t'aider à connaître ton but dans la vie. Se connaître soi-même va te permettre de découvrir ton but dans la vie. Et s'il y a un lien entre découvrir ton but dans la vie et destinée, c'est là qu'ils sont pareils. Tu vis ton but dans la vie, c'est ta destinée. Ta destinée, c'est d'accomplir ton but dans la vie. Voilà. Ok, il a dit ici la connaissance, ce que tu as découvert en auto-analysant, ta connaissance de soi, si ce n'est pas ton but dans la vie, ça va t'aider à atteindre ton but dans la vie. Donc ils sont très strictement reliés.
Thank you so much for that. Please, the third person. Okay, yes.
My name is Success Carlo. I so much want to appreciate this teaching, and I want to ask a question. In actualizing your purpose, can you actualize your purpose without the alcohol? Secondly, is purpose actually designed by God or by man?
If purpose is something that is for you to discover, that means it is not designed by you or a man. Because if it is man that designed purpose, you don't need to discover it. That means it is in existence for you to discover. If it is you that designed it, you know where it is. You don't need to look for it. So for you to discover it, you are not the one that designed it. You are creator, packaged it in you as a product for you to excel on this planet Earth. I think that answers the question. Thank you.
So I even invite you to read the quotes on your, I think that's your left. You don't decide what your purpose in life is, you discover it.
So your creator packaged you. You come to this planet with a manual. So the discovery of that manual is for you to function properly as you are designed, as you are wired, without which be performing on that maximum, and then it will not affect humanity the way it ought to have. Thank you.
Ok, bonjour. Il a cherché à savoir si le but dans la vie d'une personne est décidé par l'homme ou si c'est un créateur quelque part qui l'a mis en vie. Donc la réponse est simple. Ton but n'est pas décidé par l'homme ou par toi-même. Tu es né avec. Parce que on dit que ton but dans la vie est quelque chose que tu dois découvrir. Si c'est l'homme même qui l'a fait, donc tu n'as pas à le découvrir. Tu sais là où tu l'as mis, va chercher. Donc ton but dans la vie, c'est quelque chose que tu es né avec, donc tu dois prendre ton temps à la découvrir. Tu es venu avec des potentiels, un manuel de vie. C'est ton boulot de chercher ton but dans la vie. Voilà.
Number 4.
Are you confused with the answer?
Yes.
That's how you find something.
My name is Vanna. So please, I want to ask, how can one deploy his purpose after he or she have discovered the globe is? That's my question. How can one manifest his purpose after discovering the globe is?
Okay, is that clear? Okay, so when you have discovered the purpose, how can you by deploying it now?
Once you have discovered their purpose, yeah, that just takes time. Some people can discover their purpose and they're not willing to do anything about it. When you discover your purpose, okay, let me give an example. You are doing something that is giving you money that has nothing to do with your purpose, and you are satisfied, you're okay with the money you are making. All of a sudden, it's coming into your purpose, and it has nothing to do with that. It takes the grace of God for you to combine the two, because I don't need to leave this one that is giving you money. You believe you are comfortable, but that comfort at a certain point in life will be challenged because you are not in line with your purpose. So the best thing for you to do, whenever you think you have discovered your purpose, take initiative, take action, go into it. That is what will save you when the challenges of life will come and shake your comfort zone. If not, you might see yourself square one. What is a paper designed by man? At no juncture you think you are okay with it. What we say to say, being happy, being comfortable, enjoyment, all are state of mind. Circumstances of life, test it. It is only when you say, now let me give instance. We have teachers, and we have teachers. The most undirected people on earth to me are teachers. Some people went into teaching just to make a living. Some people went into teaching because they are all teachers. They love to teach. When you are in your purpose, you don't retire. You don't retire. And you see those teachers, I was telling my workers the other day, those teachers who spend time, spend their energy teaching you, they taught you. To an extent, even when off school, you still call them, they will pick the call. And will be happy to make you solve whatever it is. And every point in time, not forget them. Because sometimes in life, nobody remembers them. When they have turned the world of people, always try to call them. Always try to check on them. No matter the way to share with them. To give them another level of joy. even till their old age, they keep teaching because they don't retire. So when you discover your purpose, they say there is a drive. There is a drive that will always take you in. Don't consider. That passion will be so strong. Even the government that are owing you, you consider the children you are teaching. You consider the pupils. You consider the students. They are owing you salary. When you are putting on your purpose, you don't need the strategy to enter because you are sold out for that particular thing. Nothing matters anymore. You don't check time. You don't care. You don't consider how many hours you are willing to invest in it. So unless it is not your purpose or something, at that particular time is deceiving you because you are getting money. If you don't do it at the time, this place will close. And then you will not be forced to do your purpose. But it's good, whenever you discover it, enter it with the it will even multiply other areas to make you comfortable while doing it because what it does is actually count at that junction.
Il a demandé si, comment agir sur son but une fois que l'on l'a découvert. Tout simplement en agissant dessus. C'est la simple réponse. Tu as découvert ton but, investis-toi dans ton but. Même si tu fais déjà une activité qui te procure de l'argent, qui te donne un certain confort, mais tu as découvert ton but. Même si ce but-là n'est pas en alignement avec ce que tu fais déjà, il faut chercher à le vivre aussi. Parce que cette satisfaction qu'elle te procure, que ton but te procure, l'argent que tu reçois ne te le procurera pas. Et même si tu ne le ressens pas aujourd'hui, d'ici quelques années, tu vas le ressentir. Les circonstances de la vie vont t'affronter. Alors que tu allais chercher à trouver ton but, à relier tes sources de revenus à ton but, la vie que tu mèneras sera beaucoup plus satisfaisante. Donc voilà.
Okay, I think the final question is we are almost done. Is that number 5? Is that number 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Rachel. My question is a bit weird and funny, but I'll really love an answer. Okay, my question is there something like a positive purpose or a negative purpose? Why do I ask? Let me take for instance, suicide bombers, just for instance. They feel that this is like why I'm here, this is why I'm alive, this is what I'm meant to do, and they do it with so much courage. Let's take for instance some people that, if I should judge, I would say they are doing the things that are not right, but they are involved in occupations or doing things that I don't term good. But then when you ask them why are you doing this, they end up giving you strong reasons according to them, and they are so confident that this is what I'm meant to do. And as a human being, I just respect their opinion, even though I don't accept it. So I'm asking based on this fact, is there anything like a right or positive purpose and negative purpose?
Okay, thank you. The last question you asked, the last question, so we'll run.
Good evening, I'm Tyler. My question is very direct. For example, how do you choose to be different? When I enter, I heard below a whole lot of things said like, this is how you discover the purpose, this is this. But in a system whereby everything has been programmed, for example, the world we are in now, everything is being programmed. Let's move back to what happened in Nigeria, also strike. Their lecturers, their purpose is to teach, to lecture. They are very serious to do that. But the system has stopped them from doing that. How does the system stop them to strike? So how do you choose to be different? How do you choose your own path in discovering your purpose? That's the question.
Thank you. Let me start from the last person. The system is being compromised. From your example, the lecturer loves to lecture, but there is strike. The state, there are people who are willing to learn. Hello? and you have the willingness to teach, and then there is a system that is being disrupted, it doesn't stop you from lecturing. It doesn't stop you. You can't retire from teaching if you are really called to do that job, whether the system or no system. People have been teaching before the system was fixed. When the school started, this particular school, when did it start? Some years, about 300, 400, 500 years ago, during the industrial age. A particular system, this system was built by the Prussian system in the old German monarch system. Because during the industrial age, a lot of inventions, scientific discovery that led to manufacturing of so many things, and people want to commercialize it. So in order to become rich, because prior to that time, it was only landowners that were rich, the aristocrats. They take taxes, people become rich. So during the discovery age, during the age of invention, a lot of machineries were being manufactured for the proliferation of certain things. So mass production was in order of people. To be able to produce a larger quantity, all you need to do is to build a factory. Now, after building a factory, there is this challenge in selecting workers. What do they do? This system of education was created to teach people. The ones that have that level of aptitude to learn are being marked as the best students for the purpose of making degree, for them to be employed, to work for this men. They reach those men, and then they'll pay a stipend called salary for the job. So now it is a system. But prior to that time, Aristotle, there was no formal school, no built-in system for them to teach. Ranging from Socrates, Aristotle, Pythagoras, and the rest of them, they were teaching for nothing. Nobody paid them. And they were so happy. And they died happily. So you are a lecturer, the system was disrupted. It also stopped you from teaching. In as much as there are people who are willing to learn, you can design a different system, teaching them whatever they give you. You are okay with it. And that doesn't stop you from, after all, while Paul was living his purpose, he was still making his rent. That was why he said he coveted no man's gold or silver. He has known how to live both in abundance and in lack. So you have your skills. If you are teaching those people and they pay you well, you are still happy teaching. So you don't blame. At every point in time, always remember that you are 100% responsible. No matter what. If you are a failure, you are a failure. If you are resources, you are resources. It is not your uncle, neither is it your village, neither is it the country, or no system is holding you. In that same bad system, people are making it in a good way. Also be in a bad way. So don't just click on something and say this is the reason. So if there are people to learn, there should be somebody to teach, and you are good at teaching them. Thank you.
Tu as découvert ton but, les réelles situations qui cherchent à interrompre ton but. Tu as donné l'exemple d'un professeur qui enseigne, et puis il y a eu une grève qui a interrompu l'année scolaire. Alors que ce professeur aime bien appeler enseigner. Dans les situations comme ça, il ne faut pas chercher à blâmer les gens parce que peu importe la situation, tu es à 100% responsable. Le fait que tu as le désir d'enseigner les gens veut dire qu'il y a des personnes aussi qui sont prêtes pour apprendre. Donc va chercher ces personnes-là et enseigne-leur. Ne cherche pas à accuser les situations autour de toi. Si tu veux faire quelque chose, il y a toujours une opportunité pour le faire. Ne te concentre pas sur les petites circonstances qui te présentent et puis tu croises les bras. Tant que tu cherches, tu trouveras. Le seul fait que tu peux faire quelque chose, qu'il y a une avenue pour le faire. Voilà.
Now the first question. Our purpose is designed for the general good of humanity. Purpose is not to be actualized or lived or, in fact, it's not to be done in secret. So there is no way somebody can be pursuing or be in line on course with the purpose and then you call it a negative purpose. Unless it's somehow is looking for money, telling you that it's on his purpose. His purpose is not designed for his selfish reasons. His purpose is designed for the betterment of others, including him. So it can't be a negative purpose. He might tell you it is his purpose. He might not actually know his purpose. Because we said it, their purpose is not known. Abuse. So maybe abuse would be what was actually happening within him. And he's telling you reasons on his purpose. His purpose can never be a secret. His purpose should be in the open for the betterment of humanity. Unless he is abusing it. And because maybe he does not know his purpose. Thank you.
Il existe ce qu'on appelle but positif ou négatif. Mais il faut comprendre que ton but dans la vie doit être quelque chose qui ne va pas non seulement t'avantager, mais contribuer au bien-être de tous. Donc si quelqu'un fait quelque chose qui ne contribue pas à son bien-être ou au bien-être des autres, donc il ne vit pas son but dans la vie. Nous avons dit plutôt que lorsque le but de quelque chose n'est pas connu, l'abus est inévitable. Donc quelqu'un qui se comporte d'une manière abusive, mais cette personne est convaincue que c'est son but, cette personne ne connaît pas en réalité son but. Parce que peu importe ce qui est ton but, ça doit contribuer au bien-être de l'environnement. Donc quelqu'un qui fait quelque chose qui est contraire à ça, il faut aller vérifier, il ne vit pas son but, ou bien il est en train, je ne sais pas, quelqu'un lui raconte autre chose, quelqu'un est en train de lui laver le cerveau pour lui faire accepter autre chose. Ce n'est pas son but.
Bon, j'ai une dernière question. Bon, je vais le dire comme ça. Accomplir son but, c'est aussi persévérer. On peut le dire comme ça.
Accomplir son but, c'est
aussi persévérer.
Oui. On peut le dire comme ça parce que peu importe ce qui est ton but dans la vie, les situations de la vie vont chercher à les obstacles vont se présenter. Donc, le fait que tu es déterminé pour obtenir une chose qui te tient à cœur va déterminer la façon dont tu vas faire face à ces obstacles-là. Quel que soit le pas les obstacles vont toujours se présenter. Et donc, c'est à toi de savoir que mon but, je dois l'accomplir. Et donc, tout ce qui se présente, je vais chercher à le surmonter afin d'atteindre mon but.
D'accord. Merci. On peut encore acclamer pour vous. Nous avons vraiment été bénis, je vais dire, de cette manière-là. On a appris beaucoup de choses. Je pense que c'est le cas de tout un chacun. Vraiment, Madame Monique, merci. Monsieur Richard aussi, merci. Et nous allons vous accompagner sous vos ovations.
Thank you.
Okay, d'accord.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll make it brief. Is it possible for someone to have purpose? You've discovered it, and then you have something else that helps you generate the funds to support that purpose? Because while you were speaking, you made mention of Peter, who was serving the Lord and then was also intending to do this. So I assume because he didn't want to be selfish in a way whilst fulfilling his purpose, he had to do something else that helped him get money to support. Because also in this word of ours, you made mention of Aristotle and the rest who taught without being paid. It's not the same as in this way. You can't tell me, I'm a teacher particularly, you can't tell me to always go to class and teach. I'll teach from January to December, I will not be paid. How do I pay my bills?
Let me put it in two different forms. First of all, when people come to me to consult for something, I'm a consultant. I'll tell you that whatever you want to get from, please give it out first free. Anything you want to earn from, make sure you are truly good at that. And make sure that thing must be very unique. It's not something that can be found anyhow. and then give it out free, it shall surely come back. People, after if it is cake, you are making it to the latest university. Dash it out. Let the man come, it's a lot of measure. Never place money above the purpose. Never place money above their skill and talent. First of all, release it. Borrow money to do it and wait till it will come. It must surely come. It's a lot of measure nobody can beat. That is it. And then talking about Peter. Peter left what he's doing because he was never pressed to take charge of his purpose. Unlike Paul, who was already trained, whenever he saw the master face to face. He was busy doing his business before he discovered his purpose, so he was combining the two. Peter was doing what he called his business. Then before he discovered the master that taught him his purpose, that made him into business in order to learn. Before he was able to function, he didn't stop fishing. He was not fishing for monetary value, but he was fishing for the fun of fishing. Because he was still better and more comfortable than he was before he met the master. But compared to Paul, Paul has been a businessman, making business, selling it, has mastered in it, even before the discovery of his real purpose, what he was willing to die for. It didn't stop him from doing what he was doing. So nobody asks you to do it for the purpose of it.
Achieving his or her purpose in life becomes a sinner before other people. Example, a woman that from childhood you discover that your purpose in life is to serve and help the needy, which as you are growing up, you've been practicing it. No matter how little you have, you share with other people. The woman got married. When she got married, she continued. She works very hard. She helps people. But the husband does not want it. So at a point in time, the husband told her, anytime I put up and come back and heard that either you give out food or you go out to go and help people. So it got to a level when the man said, I am tired of this. It's not the one giving her money to do that. But because he doesn't want it, I don't want you to be helping people. I don't want you to be doing what you are doing. What makes you happy? I don't want it. And the man said, I have to divorce you. And the woman felt that if I don't do this, I will not have peace. And truly, each time she don't do it, maybe she sees people that are hungry, she has the food to give, she couldn't give because of the husband. She's not happy. She said, okay, instead of me to die in this marriage because I'm doing what I have come to this life to do, let me agree for the divorce. And they finally divorced. Now, after the divorce, or before the divorce, nobody wants to support her. Everybody is saying you must obey your husband. Even the family rejected her. But she finally got divorced because she wanted to continue on helping the needy. What do we call it? Thank you.
Thank you. You? Yes, you. Okay. You have a question? Let's make it snappy.
Okay, my own is not a question. It's a kind of additional contribution. I remember asking a question that can one have more than two purposes? And you said no, purpose should be one. But to me, I think the first purpose in life for everybody is survival. Once you don't survive, there is nothing like purpose. So when you said no, you can only have one purpose, then a question came about the ASU strike. And your answer was that once you have the passion, or once that is your purpose, and there are students willing to learn, you will be able to go to class and teach. But forgetting the fact that this is a special group, it's ASU. We've decided that this is what we want to do. You cannot go behind us to and teach because you think you have a purpose. That is your calling. You want to teach. No. So it then takes us back to the basic purpose, which is survival. We are doing this because at the end of the day, there is a dire need to keep body and soul together. You have bills to pay. You need to eat. You need shelter. So at the end of the day, if your basic purpose, which is not survival, is not met, to hell with all other things. So though that is your purpose, that's your calling. You want to play football for Togo. You want to play football for Nigeria. You want to teach the young ones in Nigeria. But you have a pressure group. You need to feed. You have family to feed. So if your purpose is not contributing to pay your bills, then what purpose is that?
Thank you. Okay, next person. That's the last person.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Esther. What I want to ask, I'll first of all say I want to add something. The topic of today's talk show is actually purpose and decision. And I'm just hearing everybody ask the question about purpose and purpose. I'm not seeing any decision, so I want to just say that purpose and decision are closely intertwined. The purpose we have in life is actually something that pushes us to take the decisions that we take in life. And on the other hand too, the decisions we take or we make in life can shape our way of getting to our purpose. I don't know how I'm going to put it as a question to everyone or to our teacher, but I just want to ask if purpose can be as an image, like for us to see. Maybe we don't know our purpose, but we want to get there, and we want to know like decisions we will make to get there. Can the decisions we want to make affect our purpose? In as much as purpose is only one and it cannot be changed, can the decisions that we make in life affect our purpose? That's what I want to ask.
Nice question. First of all, the story from the I would like somebody to answer that question. Mr. Gilman, please. I want you to say something on that question. Edward. Sir.
People no longer care for her. Well, what I want to say in this regard is, you see, marriage is a good thing. But at the end of the day, when one decides, that's when another decision comes in. When one decides to marry, you must remember that. But again, there is a clean way of doing the dirty job. Only here in Africa that our brothers will use bare hand to pack rubbish. But over here in the West, you see them well kitted to do that. She has decided to divorce. If that is her purpose in life, to help people, she needs to be objective. Not minding whether people assist her or not, like our doctor here has helped us. What you are ready to die for. Now people are no longer ready to support her. She should be comfortable and happy. Because what is my passion is to assist people. Whether with assistance or not, the little I have, even if it's a meal, I'm still ready to share it. Along the line, help will come.
Fermement que sont plus dans la vie des autres personnes. Donc, peu importe peu qu'elle a, elle se débrouille toujours pour partager avec les autres. Elle se marie, mais le monsieur n'est pas trop d'accord avec sa nature d'aider à chaque fois les gens. Et il a commencé même pas à être violent. Finalement, elle a décidé de le laisser. Parce qu'elle ne peut pas vivre sans aider les autres. Même dans tout ça, sa famille a décidé de l'abandonner parce qu'une femme ne peut pas quitter le foyer. Donc, dans une situation comme ça, cette femme veut vivre son but dans la vie, d'aider les autres. Mais le monsieur n'est pas d'accord. Selon les écrits bibliques, une femme est sous son mari. Mais une femme qui est sous son mari doit faire ce que le monsieur veut. Mais lorsque ce que le monsieur veut est contraire à ce que Dieu veut, là, tu n'es plus en obligation de l'écouter. Donc cette femme qui a laissé le monsieur, elle a décidé de quitter son mariage pour vivre son but. Tôt ou tard, elle va obtenir de l'aide qui va même l'aider, qui va contribuer à la tête de son but. Voilà. Donc peu importe ce que tu fais, tant que tu le fais pour obtenir ou bien atteindre certains objectifs que tu penses qui est en alignement avec ta personne, tôt ou tard tu vas obtenir de l'aide en allant. Mais je veux ajouter aussi que maybe I should say this in English first. As I say, as a person, Mr. said that marriage is a good thing, but as you're making the choice of partner, make sure that you consider a lot of things. As you're making the choice of partner, it's not, I see this guy, he's good looking, he's tall, this is what I want, and then you are all excited. Marriage is not all about that. You have to make sure that that person that you're getting married to, both of you have a lot of things in common. Compatibility, both of you have to be compatible. Like, you might not even love somebody, but the simple fact that both of you do the same thing, love the same thing, the love will grow. So it's better for you to be with somebody that will be in alignment with your person, with your objective, with your goals in life. Then you marriage, both of you look at things the same way. Let you truly enjoy marriage. It's not all about love. French. Le mariage. Le mariage, c'est quelque chose de beau. Mais ce n'est pas seulement l'amour qui compte. Il faut chercher à t'unir, à te marier avec quelqu'un que tu es compatible. Ne va pas n'aventure pas dans une relation juste parce que tu penses qu'il est joli, elle est belle, il est intelligent, elle peut d'argent. Parce qu'il y a d'autres choses qui comptent plus que la beauté physique et l'amour. C'est pas que la supposons qu'elle était mariée à quelqu'un qui a les mêmes objectifs, bien qui raisonne comme elle, on n'aura même pas à penser au divorce parce que le monsieur sera d'accord avec tout ce qu'elle fait. Donc en faisant un choix de partenaire, il faut faire très attention.
The next is that's all.
For you to even believe there is a purpose and decide to discover it, there's a decision. For you not to stop because you decided not to stop, it's a decision. For you to get to the point that you have discovered, it's a decision that yes, I think I discovered it. You need to decide to now pursue it. So it's either it's a product of decision or indecision to pursue your purpose or not. But one short thing is certain, there is always a decision surrounding everything, both whether you pursue your purpose or not. Thank you.
Elle veut savoir s'il y a un lien entre décision et but. Et lorsque quelqu'un comprend qu'il existe quelque chose comme but et décide de découvrir son but, c'est déjà une décision. Ne pas choisir de découvrir son but aussi, c'est une décision. Donc, décision, prendre des décisions affecte tout aspect de notre vie. Quel que soit ce que tu fais, il faut que tu prennes des décisions. Donc, décision et but sont très strictement liés. Voilà.
For you to even come here for the purpose of this particular whatever, it's a decision. For you to even make it, it's a decision. Choice of the clothes, decision. And locating this place, a decision. Everything we do, psychology.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Monique. You have spoken amazingly well. Thank you, Mr. Richard. And at this juncture, can we give them a stand ovation? Thank you so much for your time, for the words. Thank you so much. And please, can you clap your hands together for my co-host? Okay, at this juncture, we have come to the climax of
this event. I hope it blessed you. Did you gain knowledge? Est-ce que... Est-ce que... Est-ce que tu dis oui, non? Est-ce que... Thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for everything. The truth of the matter is, everything we have discussed is about our lives. But it is better said than done. If you do nothing with the information you have received, you will get the same results you have been getting before you came here. But the assurance is, if you do something, if you take action based upon the things you have received in this talk show today, your life will take a new turn. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you do, purpose is the reason why we live. Decision is the life wire of every outcome of our life. Everything. Everything. So we want to say thank you so much for being here. And before we close, just to remind us, Reality's Forum is a platform that has been created. I don't know if someone can help me interpret it. Okay, so like I said, Reality's Forum is a platform created to organize discussions like this.
Oui, le forum de réalité est une plateforme qui a été créée dans le but d'acquérir ou de donner plus de notions concernant.
So we specialize in discussions that are based on self-discovery, purpose discovery, personal development.
Nous sommes plus spécialisés dans les domaines qui concernent le développement de soi, tout ce qui a à voir à faire avec développer soi-même, ses compétences et la compétence ainsi que la connaissance.
This program started since 2016.
Ce programme a été créé en 2016.
And we used to do it once in every month.
Nous le faisons chaque fois dans le mois.
And of course it changed a lot of lives.
Et ça a changé beaucoup de vies.
Do I have anybody that was here since 2016 that used to attend this program?
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui était là depuis 2016?
Okay. So it changed a lot of lives.
Donc ça a changé beaucoup de vies.
And if you are here today and you were there in those years,
si vous êtes là aujourd'hui, vous étiez là dans les années passées,
you will discover that the gap, the packaging, the gap is two different things altogether.
Tu dois te rendre compte que le parenthèse ou l'espace où tu as eu à mener est vraiment large.
Everything has been improved upon.
Tout a été improuvé, tout a été amélioré.
Everything has been improved upon.
Tout.
And there's one thing about purpose in this life.
Il y a quelque chose concernant le but dans cette vie.
It must be specific.
Ça doit être spécifique.
It must solve a particular problem.
Ça doit régler un problème particulier.
Specific.
Ça doit être spécifique.
Now, if you are a doctor, what kind of doctor?
Si tu es un docteur, quel genre de docteur es-tu?
If you are a teacher, what kind of teacher?
Si tu es un professeur, quel genre de professeur es-tu?
So I consciously explained what Reality's Forum stands for.
Il a consciemment expliqué ce que le Réalité Forum maintient ou essaie de mettre en valeur.
Specifically, we discuss issues that has to do with self-discovery, purpose discovery, and personal development.
Donc, ils ont à solver des problèmes qui sont spécifiquement liés à connaître soi-même ou développement de soi.
We organize seminars, conferences, talk shows, what have you. We can be invited to places to come and to host things like this in Togo, outside Togo. But the issue is people must get better as we do our programs.
Ils organisent des conférences, des séminaires qui ont à voir avec ça, mais le plus important, ils amènent des gens d'autre part juste pour vous parler de cette problème-là ou de développer plus ça.
So everything that you have seen here is the handiwork of our sponsor.
Donc tout ce que vous voyez là présentement, c'est le travail de nos sponsors.
You know, because when fulfilling your purpose, hands begin to come and help you. What one person would have achieved in 1 year with many hands, it could be achieved in 1 month.
Parce que si quand ça concerne le fait de t'accomplir son but, il y a beaucoup de choses à mettre ou à pointer. Le fait que toute personne, tout ce que, si c'est à une seule personne, le temps que ça va prendre, c'est différent de quand les mains s'unissent juste pour faire cela.
So we want to specially thank Bloomingdale's Africa for being our major sponsor for this edition of the Realities Forum Talk Show, first edition. Can you please clap your hands?
Je veux spécialement remercier la conférence et tout le monde concernant ce programme-là.
Sincerely, in the words of Mr. Richard, that fateful night when we met.
Sincèrement, utilisant le mot de M. Richard concernant ça.
I met him after it's been a long time. I met him, he said no.
Ils se sont rencontrés, ils se sont parlé, il a dit non.
That nothing happens by accident.
Que rien n'arrive par accident.
See me tomorrow.
On se voit demain.
And he asked me, so what is my plan for Realities Forum this year?
Donc il a demandé quel est son plan concernant cette conférence ou cette plateforme-là.
You know, people with purpose have big dreams.
Il a dit que normalement les gens ont beaucoup de grands buts.
So I started listing the big dreams we have.
Qu'ils ont de grands rêves. Il a commencé par réciter tous les grands rêves qu'il a.
And he said, what do you want to do now?
Il a demandé qu'est-ce qu'il a envie de faire maintenant.
I said, okay, then we would like to organize something in September.
Il a dit qu'il a envie d'organiser quelque chose dans le mois de septembre.
He said, why not now?
Il a demandé pourquoi pas maintenant.
And I said, I've not heard this kind of question in a long, if I used to watch the TV.
Il a dit qu'il n'a jamais, ça fait très longtemps qu'il n'a pas eu à attendre cette question-là.
And while I was trying, I liked the question actually, but I was careful to answer.
Il a dit qu'il a très bien entendu la question, mais il a pris le temps avant de répondre à cette question-là.
And before you know it, Bloomingdale's Africa was ready to cater for whatever it would take for us to host the special and not take it to September, but start now.
Il a dit que quand il a fini de parler, Bloomingdale était prêt à soutenir ou à faire en sorte que ça se passe maintenant.
So I want to ask, is this program a blessing?
Donc il a demandé si ce programme est une bénédiction.
So all thanks to God for using Bloomingdale's to make it a reality again.
Donc merci à Dieu d'avoir utilisé Bloomingdale's pour que ce programme ait lieu.
We are open for sponsorship, for partnership, for whatever, because we want to take things to another level altogether.
Ils sont ouverts pour des partenariats et de tout genre pour que ce programme soit plus développé.
It's wanting to have purpose and wanting to have vision in such a manner that it will, the same thing they used to see normal will become so super normal and everyone wants to embrace it here.
Il y a une différence entre avoir de la vision et avoir un but. Donc, il essaie de dire qu'il accompagne tout le monde à ce que cette but soit enfin menée.
So Realities Forum is going to be an international platform and we are at it. We are at it.
Donc, cette forum sera un programme international.
Yes. So, tighten your seatbelt and get ready for the next edition of Realities Forum Talk Show.
Donc, attachez vos ceintures pour plus ou à avoir plus présence de ce genre de plateforme.
Spread information to friends and families.
Partagez l'information à vos amis, à vos familles.
Even though it is said that only few end up fulfilling purpose.
Même s'il est dit qu'il y a seulement peu qui arrivent à accomplir leur but.
I think the 10% are everywhere in this Togo.
Il dit qu'il sait que les 10% seront ici au Togo.
I believe those 10% are part of those ones here.
Il croit que ces 10% sont parmi nous-mêmes. maintenant.
I don't know why, but for every reason, I believe those 10% are within my reach.
Il a dit qu'il ne sait pas pourquoi, mais il sait que ces 10% seront à sa disposition.
And so, by all means, we will keep on doing what we are doing so that people get to identify this concept of purpose.
Et coûte que coûte, ils trouveront, nous continuons pas à faire ce genre de truc juste pour que les gens découvrent leur but.
Okay, so that juncture I want to say thank you to everyone, to Bloomingdale's Africa, to all our partners. If you see this program, it's a combined effort of many people. We have the likes of 4M Production, we have King's Honor Production, we have Game Changers, April's Academy, we have Reactis Food, we have Abundant Grace Motors, we have I don't know if we Inspiration Institute, there are too many, Best Room, and it's a combined effort, and that is why it has taken this shape. And we are growing from here, we are going to a very high stage, and you don't want to miss any part of it. We want to say thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you.
Donc il vient remercier tous ces partenaires qui ont permis à ce que cet événement ait eu lieu. Et il a cité le nom de tous ces partenaires et il a dit qu'il pense qu'ils vont encore plus grandir dans cette vision-là.
Okay, so at this juncture, can we all rise, please? Can you put up that information?
Vous levez s'il vous plaît.
Do we believe that purpose is important in this life?
Vous croyez que découvrir son but est très important dans cette vie?
We have just a little information.
Nous avons peu d'informations.
We are going to do it immediately. And when you are saying it, don't say it like the Lord statements you used to do.
Quand tu dis le faire, c'est seulement une lecture, un livre, quoi que ce soit.
Let this affirmation set your emotion now. Let's just put something in you so that you can start taking action right from now.
Faire en sorte que cette affirmation te pousse à agir dans ta vision, dans ta manière de penser.
Okay. So, the French people, can we go? 1, 2, go.
Je suis en mission. Je ne vis pas pour rien. Le but m'a préparé une vie bénisse. Le but m'a préparé une vie réalisée. Je vais le découvrir. Je vais trouver mon chemin de vie. Je vais aligner et vivre mon but dans la vie. Je vais impacter mon monde pour le monde.
Is that all?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's go to the English, please.
Non, anglais.
Okay, it's not even finished. The French, shall we continue? One to go. Je suis en mission, je ne vis pas pour rien.
I do not live for nothing. Purpose has prepared a path for me. Purpose has prepared a blessed life for me. Purpose has prepared a fulfilled life for me. I will discover it. I will find my path in life. I will align and live my purpose in life. I will impact my world for good. My talent is my tool. My mind is my vehicle. My character is my stability. My action is my commitment. My result is unstoppable. I am on a mission. I do not live for nothing.
Can we say it again, that last line?
I am on a mission. I do not live for nothing.
One more time.
I am on a mission. I do not live for nothing.
Thank you so much for choosing to do the episode. And you have a blessed night. God bless you all. Have a lovely night. Thank you.